Hi guys, Linnea here from Linnea's Corner. Thank you all for watching. I was asked to do a video about Vesta Powder, and I suppose it's power. Vesta Powder is made with saltpeter and confectioner's sugar or cornstarch. Either one works. And it is a power enhancing type powder. When you do a spell and you're done, it's a great way to seal it. Just drop a little bit on there. You want to be very careful. Don't use more than a pinch and stand back when you do it. It is very flammable. It does throw up a flame. But what cleanses and what really carries the spell off and what does the honoring of the goddess Vesta, which is the goddess of the heart, the fire goddess, would be the smoke. The smoke is what it does. It cleanses everything. It sets that spell off and sends it to the universe or the gods or the goddesses. And so that's what you're working with to get that Vesta power. That's why you want it. So I'm going to make some right quick. I actually am very low, so it was a good video to ask for. So you want to use the same amount of, you can add just a little bit more saltpeter than you do confectioner's sugar. The recipe is usually even. I add just a pinch more. So if I were adding this spoon full of saltpeter, I would add a little spoon, Dorothy, of a little bit more saltpeter, and then the same amount, just this spoon of the sugar. So, and it's not going to fit in there. So I'm going to mix it in my little jar here. I'm going to have to guesstimate. I would assume that's about as much as I'm going to get of the sugar. And I'm going to get that all in the jar because, of course, I made a mess because that's what I do. I always make a mess. You want to be very careful. Saltpeter is extremely flammable, so you don't want to leave it just laying around, especially if you might have some flame. And you don't want to leave it uncapped. And I have a candle going over here, so we're going to put that away right quick. And then we are going to get some sugar. Confectioner's sugar, powdered sugar. And I'm going to clean my spoon off and just get that going. Or not. Where's the opening? There it is. I'm having a hard time. Maybe should have prepped better. Okay. So I'm assuming I'm going to get a big spoon of this, which is why I made 3 small spoons of the saltpeter. That's a big spoon. I'm going to try not to make as big a mess. Not as big. But still a mess, because you know me. I'm a mess maker. So we'll put that in here. Now I can tell by looking I've got more more sugar than I do saltpeter. So I'm going to use a smaller spoon and add a little bit more saltpeter, because you want this to be as close to even as possible, and try not to get any lumps if you can help it. My saltpeter has some lumps in it. I'm going to add just a little pinch more. Okay. And then we're going to use good old Dorothy and stir that up. Stir that up real well. And really, that's all there is to it. I know it seems too easy, but that's it. That's all there is to Vesta powder. Of course, you're going to want to enchant it to do what it is you're wanting from it. If it's cleansing, you're going to want to enchant it to cleanse. If it's, honoring the goddess Vesta, you're going to want to enchant it to do that. If it's both, then by all means, enchant it to do both. Felt like I had something crawling on my leg. Nothing there. Anyway, so we get this mixed up as best we can. You don't want any lumps and you don't want it uneven. You need it to be as even as possible. So when we're done mixing like this, we're going to shake the heck out of this bottle. The reason for the sugar is just to allow for the smoke, which is what cleanses, and to taper down the saltpeter. Saltpeter is, like I said, extremely flammable, and it will be puffed in a minute and you don't get much smoke from it. Okay, so I've got that good mixed up. I'm just going to shake this jar real well. To mix it just a little further, you really, really, really want it mixed up. You want it to be as even as possible. And then if I were smart, I'd have had a charcoal ready, but I don't. And I don't know if it'll work on my candle, but we're going to see. Got my money candle going here. So we're just going to take a pinch of that. Drop it right on the flame. Of course, I've got the label there in the way. And of course, we missed the flame. Well, it works, guys. Well, when I hit the flame, it goes psst, but that's about it. So we're a little far from the fire. But if you put this over the charcoal, when you're done with your spell, I guarantee you're going to have a nice little burst of smoke and a little flame. And that burst of smoke is what's going to do the cleansing for you. It's going to cleanse your space, cleanse your area, cleanse yourself. If you're in the line of the smoke, do not catch yourself on fire, folks. Be very careful. It is very flammable. I am not suggesting you use this without extreme precaution. And enjoy it, because it is a great way to end a spell. It's a great way to seal it. I love to blow a powder over my spell to seal it. I love powder. Whatever spell I'm doing, I blow a powder over it and then drop some Vesta powder on there. It's just amazing. And you can honor the goddess Vesta, the goddess of the hearth, the goddess of flame. You can use it for cleansing, and you can use it to add a little bit of energy to your spell, a little extra oomph. So take it easy, enjoy, be careful making this, and be careful using it, please. Know that you are all divine, sacred beings of light and love. I love each and every one of you. I miss you. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.